Okay. Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's your buddy here, Uncle Bruce, live from Palm Desert, California. Welcome everybody to the show today. It is Wednesday, April 2024. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are in the world. Let me know, where are you watching me from? I know where many of you are, but I don't know where some of you are. There's a lot of newbies here. Where are you watching me from? And what's your temperature going to be today? Are you into hot summer weather already? We've been hitting the high 90s here in Palm Desert lately. Uh, the temperature today is supposed to be 88 degrees for our high. We're going to drop down to 82 on Friday, but then back to 95, 97 next Wednesday as we get back into that hot desert weather. Back up in Calgary, where I hang out. Today's high 63, pretty nice in Cowtown. Not bad. Going back into the 48 degree for the high on Friday, but Sunday 62 degrees. There'll be people golfing in shorts up there. They'll be playing in the winter greens for darn sure. Those of you in Sydney, Australia, the high 78 degrees. Zurich, the high is 46 today, 53 tomorrow, 68 in Zurich on Saturday, and Zurich, Switzerland next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 72 to 74. Oh, to be an international banker in Zurich, Switzerland next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with those kinds of highs. You guys have got it made. What a beautiful city, and what a beautiful country, and what beautiful weather you're going to endure and enjoy. Vegas, baby, high today, 85. London, high of 51 today, 61 for the high on Monday, Tuesday next week, 60, 60, 62 next week. Oh, nice weather in London. Amsterdam, going to be a high of 50 today, 62, 64 next week for the highs. Folks, our friends in Tel Aviv today, 99 degrees, just like the desert here, but 676 for the high on Saturday. Little cool down coming, and high 70s for the rest of next week. So Tel Aviv is going to back off about 20 degrees, and people are going to enjoy that a lot. Over in Dortmund, I have relatives in Dortmund. Hello, relatives in Dortmund, friends. 44 for the high, 46 for the high today, 65 on the Saturday, 67 on Sunday, 70 next Tuesday, and 75 next Wednesday in Dortmund. Are you kidding me? Oh man, that is good stuff. Going to be in the 70s in Berlin next week. Very nice. What else we got going on? Vienna, what a city. 74, 77, 76, 78 next week. High temperatures all next week. Perfect, just like Zurich. Absolutely gorgeous. The Big Apple, 70 today. And next week, 77, 82 next Monday for the Big Apple in New York. Hello, everyone from the Big Apple. Great to have you here. We love you guys. Copenhagen, 60 degrees, 65 degrees next week. Stockholm is going to hit 62 degrees next Tuesday. Finally, some warmer weather for our friends in Stockholm. Welcome all to the show, wherever you're from. Great to have you here, and welcome to the party, pals. We're only just beginning to rock and roll. Sofi, have you heard the word? Have you heard the word? Have you heard the word on Sofi? The options trading activity that's being monitored by all kinds of people who love this sort of stuff. They are telling anyone who cares that the kind of option activity that's going on SoFi right now seems to indicate approximately a $10 stock price by Monday on speculation on earnings. Now, options expire this Friday for everybody, including some SoFi contracts, and then options expire next week, Friday, of course, like they do every week. Options expire every week. For you option writers, you know all this stuff. You've taken my classes. You know what I'm talking about. SoFi, if you want to gamble and speculate on SoFi, none of you I'm talking to, but those out there who do speculate buying long contracts, idiots. They're the ones who give us all the money. They have to gamble till next week, Friday. They can't gamble till this Friday. They have to gamble till next week contracts and beyond. And so the indication of the trading of contracts expiring next week, Friday, and beyond then would seem to indicate that the $10 neighborhood is where the stock could be headed on earnings coming up. Now, what could make the stock do worse than that or better than that. Worse than $10 a share, theoretically, would be a complete disappointment in earnings. A complete, we were led down the garden path and it was all going to be great, and then they didn't do anything. I don't think that's the way it works at SoFi. I've never run into underperformance issues with the company. I'm always amazed at how they sandbag the market each and every quarter. The market is so gullible. The analysts out there are maybe so biased against the company. I don't know, but they always underestimate what the company can do. And then the company just overachieves every single time. And I'm expecting exactly the same thing. The question is not that they're going to overachieve and produce more revenue than we thought, more members than we thought, more net earnings than we thought, larger portfolio of loans, more revenue from all the different divisions, all of that. I'm expecting all of that. What I'm wondering about is how much more than that is going to come in. Because if the street expects 0 to 1 cent a share earnings, and some folks are saying, well, it's going to be 4 or 5 cents. They're going to do 5 cents rather than 1 or 2. And they come in at 10 to 12 cents in earnings. They come up with $100 million in profit in this quarter that ended end of March. Will that blow the doors off the market? Will that take the stock to $12 to $15 a share? Because now the calculations will come out that, well, heck, if these guys are generating 12 cents or 10 cents a share in the first quarter, they could generate 15, 16 in the second quarter. They could generate 25 to 30 in the third quarter. And they could generate 40 to 50 cents in the fourth quarter. Put that all together, we got a company that probably going to pull $1 a share profit out for 2024. Why would the stock trade at $7.60 if they're going to make $1 profit in 2024? If the indication is that that kind of money is coming in, and 2025 could be $2 to $2.50 a share profit, you're talking about some serious moves here. I mean, remember, last year were losses. The last of the losses were the third quarter of last year, and now it's profitability forward. 40 times earnings would put you at $40 a share for 2024. 40 times earnings would put you at $80 to $100 a share in 2025. Now, 20 times earnings, bring it down by half. If the earnings PE multiple is going to be much, much lower than 40, which I find ridiculous because of the growth expansion here. But 20 times earnings, that's a $20 stock this year, and that's a $50 stock next year. It's $7.60. So maybe the option writers have got it right, but not right enough. Maybe they're correct, but they're correct, up to 10, but they really should be talking 12 to 15. What would happen if SoFi went to $12 to $15 a share in the next 2 weeks? What would happen? Let me tell you what will happen. All hell will break loose. Because if these shares bust up to that kind of level, you're going to have literally 99% of all shareholders of SoFi that are now shareholders today will be up on the stock. 1% of shareholders won't yet make money, because there's probably 1% of all the shareholders who got caught buying the stock at 23 to 25 a share 3 years ago on the initial hype and the SPAC hype that was going on before the SEC crushed the SPAC market. So 1%. 99% of shareholders of SoFi are going to be in the green big time. And many of the viewers of this channel right here, the 237 that are watching me right now, I'm pointing at my own little meter here. There's 237 people watching me right now, and they're coming in. Every one of these folks are going to go, $12 to $15 a share, Bruce? Oh, man, is my life different. I got 15,000 shares. I got a $7 average, $15 a share on 15,000 shares, $22,500 in value. I'm writing call options. Yes, you are. You're going to be writing call options. We will be going through that very actively. There will be a bunch of people asking me for one-on-ones privately to go over their situation, and we'll try to accommodate as many of you as we can. But yes, there are going to be folks here writing $2, $3, and $4 premium contracts or $5 premium contracts to get things started. And if you're going to bring in $5 premium for, say, a 6-month contract, and you've got 10,000 shares, you're bringing in $50,000 to start the ball rolling. And I know for a fact that now that we have 250 people here, if many of you out there have between 5 and 15,000 shares, which I know many of you do, and I know many of you have many more than that, many multiple times more than that, but just 10,000 shares at a $5 premium, bringing in 50 grand in one shot into your account like that changes everything. Changes everything in your head, because you're going to go, wait a minute, whoa, 50 grand just came in here, and I didn't sell the stock. I still own the stock. I'm just offering my stock on an option for up to 6 months with a premium and a premium price and $5 cash. Thank you, Sofi. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. This takes maybe a credit card out of existence in your household. This takes maybe a car loan out of existence in your household. This takes out a renovation cost. This remodels a kitchen. This takes out a second mortgage. This allows you to top up your IRA, your 401k, your RSP in Canada, wherever you live, whatever you need to do. This kind of capital coming in one shot is the kind of capital that will let you think seriously about, you know what, I'm going to quit my job here in the next 6 months, 2 months, 1 month, 2 weeks notice. I'm out of here because I got 50 grand now that I don't need to put into anything. I have $50,000 added to my trading account, and I want to have 20 in my checking account to just know I've got 3-4 months of bills prepaid, and I can quit the job and not depend on the paycheck as a cash flow thing anymore. And now I'm going to live off of my accounts. I'm 20 grand in the bank account, 30 grand stays in my account. I'm going to write credit spreads, or I'm going to buy more Sofi and write more calls on those, or I'm going to do this or that. I'm going to work with my options account to grow cash flow, because I can now bring in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 a month in revenue for my account, because I've taken Bruce's classes. I'm still taking Bruce's classes. I've been taking advantage of this 5-for-4 deal that Bruce keeps forgetting to put up on the screen, which he just put up on the screen. I keep taking advantage of these classes so that I can be now cash flowing and not working for anyone but myself. Thank you, Sofi. And of course, in the next 6 months, guess what happens? In the next 6 months, additional earnings come out from the company. They are going to be eligible for S&P inclusion, S&P 500 inclusion down the road. You're going to be doing rollovers. You're going to be writing $20 calls. You're going to be writing $22 calls. You're going to be writing $25 calls. And you're going to sit back one day and go, what a year I've had hanging out with Uncle Bruce and his pals, because I found this guy. I don't know how, but I found him. I don't know how I found him, but I found him. And I've been sitting on these Sofi shares a long time. I've been watching and listening to what he's been saying and others. And I understand that these guys really follow Sofi. I've learned how to write options on Sofi. And I have now, in the last year, done 2 or 3 option writing rollovers, trades. And I've taken in $10 a share in premiums in a year on my Sofi that I average $7.50 on. And it's trading at $20 a share. That's a year from now. And that's where you're going to go, oh my word, I took in $100,000 in premiums on my 10,000 shares. They're worth $250,000. I'm not working. Why would I work for anybody anymore? Are you kidding me? I'm going to bring in another $100,000 this year easily on just Sofi premiums. Easily. And everything around that is just compounding and compounding up, because I'm doing credit spread trades, cash secured puts, poor man covered calls. I've learned the art of stake bids, stake offers, the 90-10 rule when it comes to poor man covered calls. I've learned everything through this channel. Hey man, life has changed completely in this household. Well done. And now we have 280 viewers, because viewers are going, he's on a rant. He's on a rant on how we can get rich. Welcome all to the channel, where I'm desperately trying to find a way for you to get the hell out of the cubicle, get out from behind the wheel of a truck, get out of the minimum wage trap, get out of a middle management BS position that they tell you you're lucky to have, which is pure garbage. I'm trying to get you to the upper middle class lifestyle. And that means 30,000 a month. That's what we're trying to do here. And if you want that, you're seriously really interested in making 30,000 bucks a month or more, then you're going to hang out here with these folks. The folks with their names in green, they are the members. You're going to become a member. You're going to take the classes. You're going to do one-on-ones with me because you're going to go, every time I talk to this guy for an hour or so, I get $10,000 of ideas that I can go with. I had no idea I could do this. I had no idea I could reorganize my existing investments to customize my account to become an income generator from option premiums, and they're just handing me this money. I can't believe of the $5 trillion a week that is turning over in that options market, I'm pulling out 30,000 a month. It's unbelievable. I don't know why. Why didn't I find this guy 10 years ago? Because I wasn't on the air 10 years ago. That's why you didn't find me. Nonetheless, we're here now, and we're here to work it now, and we're here to build it now, and Sofi is part of our way there. Another stock we can all thank is Nvidia. We can thank Nvidia for being the leader of AI chip everything, graphic interface, whatever they make, all the other stuff. I am not, as you well know, I am not an IT computer guy. I'm a market guy. And the market guy is telling you that Nvidia is the number one traded stock for AI. It is the number one traded stock for options activity. And I am telling you folks, and many of you got the message a while ago and you're picking it up off of me, you can write credit spreads on Nvidia options and make a nice buck. And you can do it in a very conservative way if you play your cards correctly. If you're going out there trying to do credit spreads without knowing what the pitfalls are or what the circumstances are around it, then you're pushing your luck. However, if you take my classes, hang out here a while, you will pick up pretty quickly easy ways to write way out of the money contracts and make some really nice money. It is incredible to me how many people tell me, I had no idea that with like $40,000, $50,000, I can write enough credit spreads, just put credit spreads on Nvidia, $150 behind the market, and make more than I get at work. I get paid $80,000 at work. I get paid $100,000 at work. I get paid $120,000 at work. But with all the deductions and taxes and with everything coming off my paycheck, here's my net number. If I can get more than $5,000, $6,000 a month clear out of writing options, that's better than working full time. I'll even take $1,000 pay cut to get the hell out of my job. I hate it so damn much. I cannot believe how easy it is to make $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month doing credit spreads just on Nvidia. Way the hell behind the market. I can't. Why doesn't anyone tell us this? Why can't I find all kinds of YouTubers out there who show us how this is done? Why can't I go to my local investment bank over at Edward Jones? Why can't I walk into an Edward Jones office, sit down with one of those guys and girls, and they show me how to write credit spreads or help me write or write credit spreads for my account? Why don't they do that? Why can't I walk into Chase Bank? Why can't I walk into a Merrill Lynch office? Why can't I go to Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs? Why can't I go to any of these guys and have someone sit down with me and we put a program together so that my account becomes a credit spread trading account managed by an options manager to help me get rich? Why is it? Why is it I have to watch a guy on YouTube that hasn't got any hair on the top of his head except way the hell back there? He's got a little bit left. It's all white. There's nothing left. He's 68 years old. I got to watch a 68-year-old Canadian who travels the world and talks about vacations and talks about classes. And why do I have to listen to that guy to learn how to write credit spreads, to get self-employed, let alone make money beyond that? I mean, I just want to get out of my office, okay? Just get me out of this trap I'm in. I'm caught in this cash flow game, and I want out. We need a second form of income in our household that will take care of all these damn bills we've piled up because things didn't happen that were supposed to happen in the last 5 or 10 years, or things happened that weren't supposed to happen. And we've got all kinds of bills because of it. We need help to get out of our trap. We need a source of income from a gig. We need a side gig. And we haven't got the energy to go get part-time jobs at McDonald's or part-time jobs at Starbucks or a part-time job working with another company. We have no more hours. I have no more time. I have no more energy. I need to use the energy I have and the stamina I have now, which is slowly depleting as we get older, to make more money than I'm making now. And I can't get a nickel more from my company. As a matter of fact, I fear that my company is going to eliminate the entire department that I'm in because of AI. In the next 5 years, we are convinced in our organization that 20% of the company that's here right now won't be here anymore. And I'm not talking about 20% of a 100-person company. Might be that small. I'm talking about 1,000 people, 10,000 company people, where 2,000 of 10,000 are eliminated, like Tesla just eliminated thousands of employees who had no thought, no clue that they could be unloaded even while Tesla is building new factories. They're laying off employees. They had no thought that that could happen to them, and yet it did. That's what's going on out there. This is why people are coming here to this channel going, I can't go anywhere else. I can't find the solution to my problem. All I can find is I got to find another job. The only thing I can figure out is I got to find another job, but I can't find another job that pays as much as the one I had because I had 10 years seniority where I was. And I can't get the health coverage, and I can't get this, and I can't get that, and blah, blah, blah. And here's this guy that some folks refer to as a homeless Canadian because he's not living in his house where he is right now, telling me I can write credit spreads on Nvidia. I can soon write contracts on Sofi, and I happen to have some Sofi. Or I can write options on stock that I earned as an employee of company blah, and it will bring income in from that stock right now while I'm still working for that damn company. I couldn't believe, I can't, why didn't they tell me that? Why didn't the chairman of our company, our CEO, the VP of finance, the person in charge of human resources, the individual in charge of the staff savings plan, why didn't they tell us that we could have used accounts with these telephone thingies here, these thingies, where we could have written options on the stock we own in the company we work for to add income to our bottom line. I can't tell you how many times people tell me, oh yeah, I got 3,000 shares of blah, blah, blah. I earned those over the last 10 years. And I'm going, you know that those shares are trading at $20 a piece. Yeah, well, you know, it's my retirement. You know you could be writing options on those right now to add fuel to your retirement. You know you could do that. You know that you can borrow against your 401k and use that capital to write options on credit spreads right now and use that revenue to, first of all, pay the loan in the first place and pay your mortgage and pay all your bills. In other words, you could borrow enough from your 401k, add it to what you're sitting on already, perhaps do a second mortgage on your house or a line of credit on your house equity. I don't know. You could theoretically get your hands on $150,000 and you can quit your job, and your wife can quit her job, and you can live off the revenues from credit spreads. $150 out of the money on Nvidia. You know you could do that. You could do it with a 10, 12, 15% out of the money credit spread for put contracts, for example, on Apple, on Microsoft, on Meta, on the Qs, on the SPYs. If you wanted to really do this, you could have long ago quit everything that you're involved with and be on your own, self-employed. You're your own boss, and you can now effectively put every minute of your time to your management of your own assets, which means you can't use the excuse, well, I'm working all the time, I can't watch my investments like others can. Oh, yes, you can. You get rid of the damn job because it's a dead end. You're losing money working. You're losing money working for someone else when you could work your own assets and make more than you can make at the job. That's where you are maximizing your return on your investment and your time. It's only a one-time go-around, There are no reruns, okay? The only reruns in life, I can give you one example of a rerun, guaranteed rerun. That's where you have a one-on-one with me, and I put you on camera with me on a private setting. I send you a rerun of our session. There's a rerun. You can watch that again and again and again. But in life, there are no reruns, kids. You only go around once. And if you're going to give your 30s and 40s and 50s away to corporate America, what the hell ever company you're working for, and they treat you right, great. But if they're taking advantage of you, you think they aren't, but they are. You're being undercut, underpaid, not promoted, not brought in as an asset. You're viewed as a liability. You are shortchanging yourself. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. Maybe it was good enough for your mom and dad. Maybe it was good enough for your grandparents back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. It was all great then because there were pensions at that time that your grandparents earned that paid out and gave them a nice pension for the rest of their lives. So I have bad news for you guys. In today's world, in the corporate dominated Washington world that we are in right now, the lobbyists for the United States corporations and most of the Canadian corporations in Ottawa have figured out that they can bribe their politicians through super PACs to make sure that you are going to get the short end of the stick when it comes to your retirement, because they don't want to be liable and responsible for your well-being after you leave the company. They want to just give you so much money a month. You invested into some funds out there that are managed by Wall Street outfits somewhere, and you take your 3 to 5% return every year, and good luck to you. The senior management of these companies, they've set themselves up with massive pension plans, massive stock option plans, massive bonuses. They have massive bonuses guaranteed if their company gets taken over. They get taken out, these top guys and girls, the top 1%, they're getting 5 years guaranteed salary paid at the top end. They're getting all of their stock vested. They're getting all the options that they would have had to apply for paid for in advance, all in one shot. They walk out with multi-million-dollar packages each. They're set up for the rest of their lives. The 99% of the company behind them get jack squat. You walk with your 401k and get the hell out, because you're probably not going to be acquired by the company buying the company you're working for. You're unemployed. You're taken out. The top 1%ers are living the life because they won the lottery, and that's their motivation. Their motivation is to run your corporation to the point where they keep the wages down, profits up, and make the company so attractive to someone else, you get taken out. That's their lottery win. And that's how this game is played. There are winners, and then there's a ton of losers. Get out of the loser category. Become a casino. Don't be a gambler. Learn how to write stock options. It's your only chance. I don't understand why there aren't 25 other channels like this channel. I ask myself all the time, why aren't there other Uncle Bruces out there? Why aren't there 25 other channels where there's a guy, girl, whatever, showing you how to write options and to live off of them, to talk to you about all these various strategies that you can play, that you can easily understand. You can easily force yourself to learn this. This is not rocket science. People think, oh, options are so complicated. No. You get into it, it's not that complicated. I have 17 lessons I've put together that make it not that complicated. And then we're here every day. But, the reality is that those out there who know how this works are the option writers themselves. And so why would they bother with a YouTube channel? And there's their answer. Their answer is simply, well, why would I give away my secrets? Why don't I just do it myself and I cash in nicely? And too bad for the rest of the world. Then you ask, well, why are you doing it? Why are you, Uncle Bruce, sitting in front of a camera at 6 in the morning Pacific time, getting up at 3:30 in the morning Pacific time? Why are you doing what you're doing? Because I have found that for me, I love following the markets. And I love talking to investors about making money, because that's what I've been doing my whole life. I was a stockbroker in 1979, all the way till just a decade or so ago. I love teaching people how to do this, and I get well paid. I'm well paid to do this. You don't know how I make money. Do you know how I make money? Do you have any idea how I make money? My viewers keep me on the air, and it's because of this thing right here. You see that little logo up there, Gold Bagel member? That is why I'm here. If you become a Gold Bagel member of this channel, you're dropping $25 a month to YouTube. YouTube is handing me $17.50. They keep $7.50 for themselves, by the way. $17.50 comes to me every month because you are a Gold Bagel member. What do I give you for that? I give you this show. I give you the pre-alert show every morning. I give you the Wednesday night primetime live. What's today? Wednesday, 7 o'clock tonight, primetime live, Gold Bagel members right here. And I hand out stock tips. I hand out trading tips as for Gold Bagel members through the Trade Alert show every day. That's what I give back to you. So everyone who's a Gold Bagel member knows, yeah, I send in $25 a month to the YouTube guys. I get back thousands of dollars of knowledge for that $25. That's the way this works. It's all good here. Those of you who take the classes right here, they're on sale right now. There they go. You're the ones who are the smart ones. You're serious about changing your life. And you can't go anywhere else. You could go elsewhere. I mean, I shouldn't say you can't go anywhere else. You can go wherever you want. You want to go to Google and look up how to write options, knock yourself out. If you got 1,000 hours of time, go search the whatever and try to read that gobbledygook and try to understand it, because you're going to see words that are this long. And with your 8-second attention span, it's not going to go too well, okay? Because you have a lot of other pressures on your body and your mind right now. You got kids, you got bills, you got health issues, you've got the world at large. You got enough on your plate, all right? You don't need to get ridiculously complicated strategy sessions through impossible to follow policy papers from the exchanges. I offer an easy way for you to learn how to do options, okay? Start with 5 classes here on sale if you want, or buy one at a time, up to you. Go to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, and check them out. You'll see all the classes listed there. Or look down below in the description. I've listed the classes one by one. In any event, if you're serious about becoming an option writer and you're serious about bringing in a side income, a side gig, this is the way to go, because you're doing it from the comfort of your house. You need one of these. You need internet. I think every one of you here have that because you're here, and you're now going to learn how to write options. And what will happen is, as you take the classes, you'll start to write options. In other words, you're going to earn while you learn how options work. That's how this is done. And that's how most of the folks who are here have done it. You can join them and ask them yourself. You can also join this channel as a Gold Bagel member. Then send me a private email and say, Bruce, I want to become a member of your Discord group. I want to hang out with your members of your channel after you're off the air. I want to talk through the Discord group because I have questions about maybe a trade or an option strategy, or what did he mean by that? Why doesn't he have any hair? Whatever the question you want to ask, the Discord group is available to you. Send me a private email and just say, Bruce, I'd like to become part of your Discord channel. I've become a Gold Bagel member. Here's my email address, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. Simple. You want these 5 classes for $5.99? Then make a donation to PayPal. Go to paypal.com. That's how you do it. And then look me up, Bruce Farmer. There's my name right there, Bruce Farmer. And then type in behind that, Traveling with Bruce, because that's the name of my other channel, my first YouTube channel that I brought out in 2017. When I set up my PayPal account, it was set up under that name. So Bruce Farmer, Traveling with Bruce. I think the way PayPal does this is, if you you want to send money to somebody, enter their name. You start entering my name, and my picture pops up as one of the possibles, and you go, oh yeah, there he is, Traveling with Bruce. There's where you make your donation. Make your payment of $5.99 US, $5.99.99. And then send me a private email right here at brucefarmer@hotmail.com and say, Bruce, I have sent you $5.99.99. These are the 5 classes I would like. I've looked over the list and I've decided 1 to 5, or 5, 8, 11, 13. Just tell me the 5 you want, and I will send you the links after my live show is over. Okay? 24/7, we'll take care of you. You have any questions on these classes? I'm here live every day. Your professor is live on the air when the market is open 5 days a week. You got a question? Fire me a question. You don't want to do it on the air? It's okay. Send me an email. Send me a private email. Say, Bruce, lesson number of so-and-so. You talk about this strategy or this strategy. I'm not quite clear on how this works. I'll try to answer your question. I don't know where else you're going to find this sort of service. I really don't. But again, how bad do you want to make money and make more money than you're making now, and perhaps replace your jobs? get your wife out of the workforce so you can just look after the kids. Be mom and dad, be the mom and dad you've wanted to be for years and years, but you've had to give away hours to the man and sacrifice your children for it. Your nannies have been raising your children, not you. How many are you? How many of you are in that position? How many of you have been able to afford it? You've been able to afford childcare. You've been able to afford all the creatures, but you haven't delivered the service yourself. You've hired people to do it for you. In other words, you've hired people to be parents to your children, and you're a weekend parent. How many of you regret that? How many of you want to change that? How many of you want more time for you and your brothers and sisters, your mothers and your fathers, your cousins, your best friends? Who knows? And how many of you are now in your 50s and you have figured out in the last 2 years, oh my God, we will not be able to retire the way we thought we could retire. We thought we could travel, and we thought we'd be able to be empty nesters and live in Florida for the winter, or we could go to Hawaii every year. And you realize we can't do that. We're going to be on Social Security. And the politicians in Washington are talking about eliminating Social Security for certain classes of people, or making us wait longer. We have to be like 70 before we can get it. And then the first 20,000 is tax-free. And after that, we have to pay higher tax on it. It's only going to get worse on Social Security. It's not going to get better. You have to look after yourself. You have to bring in income from your own sources. And maybe what we do here will work for you. It's your call. You decide what you want, and let's go from there, okay? Thank you. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. You have a better understanding on what's going on. If you're asking yourself, is this guy doing a long commercial about himself? Yeah, I am. I am doing a long commercial because I don't trade. I don't do options trades. I don't buy and sell stock. I'm not a day trader. I'm not in competition with you. I am your color commentator. I am your go-to source for information. I'm your teacher. I'm your professor. That's what I am. And I'm advertising that that's what I am. I don't have fancy charts and graphs and trades that I'm showing you, and I'm buying this and selling that. I'm not distracted by the market. I'm here for your benefit. And that's how I get paid. That's how I win. I win when you win. Gold Bagel members don't stick around here because they lose money. Gold Bagel members stick around here because they make money. People don't buy my classes and come back and buy more and come back and buy more because they find them to be useless. They find the classes to be very helpful and to be revealing in an entire world you never knew existed, the options world, from the writer's perspective. That's how I make my living. Every time a class sells, I'm a happy guy. Jennifer has 2 brand new hips, all because of you viewers. In the last 2 years, my wife has had 2 artificial hips inserted, and she thanks you very much. But you wouldn't have supported this cause unless there was a benefit to you. And if you don't believe how well you can do, just ask any of the viewers here that are in green and ask them, are they making money in the options market or aren't you? I think the answer is yes, we are. And option writers have a very high percentage of success compared to option gamblers who are looking at options as a lottery ticket. Frankly, that's all they are, is lottery tickets. They're trying to spend $1,000 and turn it into $10,000, hoping to God this thing works out. Option writers, they use $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 and crank out $1,000 here, $500 here, another $1,500 here, and it just keeps coming in and coming in and coming in. And you need $5,000 a month or more to quit your day job. And I'm trying to get you to $30,000 a month to change your life. Do you want that? Then stick around. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, JJ, a member for 36 months. Haters gonna hate. Shake it off, Uncle Bruce. Thank you so much for that. Thank you all who have been here for over 3 years now. January 2011. No, 2021. 21, yeah. 22, 23, 24. 3.5 years. Coming up to 3.5 years. People have been here following this guy. Unbelievable. It's humbling to know how many of you have been here the entire time. A lot of you have joined in the last 6 months. A ton of you have joined us in the last 6 months. and you have found, oh my God, I can write options on anything. I never thought I could write options on Nvidia. It's an $836 stock. I can't afford to write options on an $800 stock. I'd have to buy 100 shares. That's 83 grand to write one option. I can't. I don't have 83,000 bucks. And then Uncle Bruce says, well, how about $1,000, $2,000? You can do credit spreads on Nvidia. How would you like to do that? How would you like to generate 10, 15% return every month on your money writing credit spreads on Nvidia? What? Yes, that is entirely possible. You got 20 grand, then you can write up to 10 or 20 credit spreads at a time. You want to do credit spreads on SPY and triple Qs, the ETFs that track the S&P 500, the Nasdaq. That can be done as well with $1,000, $2,000 a trade. That's your risk. The most you can lose on a credit spread is the spread you create in the first place. So if the difference is $1,000 between a contract you write and a contract you buy, your risk is $1,000 less the credit you received on the credit spread to begin with. Now that's what you're risking. $600, $700, $800 a trade is what you're risking here. That's the secret also to the secret sauce about making money, is not risking all your money on one trade. That's the difference. It's not losing money, it's making money. Welcome, Hall. Thank you all. Thank you, Flint Creek, very much. Thank you, Virginia. I value your insights. Debbie B, I've been a member for 34 months. I've been a member of this guy's channel for 34 months. JJ, 36 months. JJ is been here. Thank you so much, JJ. Gold Bagel member. Debbie B, Gold Bagel member for 34 months. Thank you, Debbie. And thank you to Computer Whiz. I've been a member for 37 months. Uncle Bruce, the best professor in the world. Thank you, guys. White Feather, 10 months. Been a member. Thanks for all your knowledge, buddy. Thank you, my friends, for all of you. I really appreciate it. Parker Ivy, I had no idea what I was doing before Uncle Bruce. He finally made it all make sense. Dude, thank you for the super chat, $20. These just add up. They add up. They really do. I appreciate these. Are there haters? Let them weep. Nick, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Sharon, please look for my email about the purchase of 10 classes. I think I got one overnight. I have to take a peek at this and see how I can put this together. Thank you all from around the world who are here watching with us. I so appreciate it. All right. What else is going on? Thank you. Deep value. Bruce has changed my life. Welcome to the party, pal, says Ian. Hey, Bagel Babe is back. Welcome, Jay. Thank you, JR, for filling us in. And welcome, Bagel Babe. Tom Francis, go away, says Bagel Babe. Who else? Joining late, says who cares? Good morning, Uncle Bruce and gang. And here we go. Hey, Bruce, why beg for donations when you can write options yourself? I mean, why don't you just write options and just leave us in the cold? Flint Creek beg. He's not begging. He ain't begging. He's telling you matter of the fact. You want to change your life? Here's how you can do it. It'll cost you. Yeah, big money. $120 a class if you buy 5 of them on sale. By the way, the sale ends in 6 days. Drop $120 a class on yourself. Maybe that's the motivation you need. If you drop $600 US to get 5 classes, maybe that's the motivation you need to watch these classes. Learn the art of writing options. Start writing options. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your 600 back very quickly and more. And then you're going to go from there. It's not begging. It's my strategy. My strategy is to be a YouTuber, to be on here live for 2 hours a day during market trades, help people out, do the gold bagel thing, do the class thing, do one-on-ones, make a living, make you rich, and the richer you get, the more generous you are. And it works for me. And I thank you all so very, very much. I'm motivated that I help you make money. That's it right there. What more do you want me to have? You want me to be motivated to have you buy a stock I'm trying to promote? There are guys with trouble with the SEC for that, former YouTubers that aren't around anymore. I don't do that. I'm not a pump and dump guy. I don't try to promote something that I'm in on. I'm here to tell you how this works. Try to play it out in plain English. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. Don't try to read anything more into that. There's no conspiracies here. just trying to figure out a way to help you get richer. And when you've been here a while, you figure that out. Every single time the viewers figure it out. And there you have it. But hey, it's okay. You can hate. You can be skeptical. Whatever you want. It's okay. No obligation on your part to have to do anything. You can watch me for free. You can listen to what I'm saying. Never send a dime my way. Never become a follower of this channel. Never become a subscriber. Never become a member. Never take a class. Never do anything. Just watch and learn. You can do that. But I can tell you right now, it's a lot more fun if you're part of the family. At least that's what I find. And my viewers seem to say the same thing. They tell me it's a lot more fun being a member of this guy's channel than not. But again, it's up to you how you want to take this. Whether you seriously think that there's any upside in this market or not. You want a piece of the $5 trillion action, you better understand how that $5 trillion of action works. Because if you don't know, you are asking for mega problems. You are going to get your butt handed to you by the pros out there, and they are waiting for saps. Believe me, they are waiting for saps to show up who think they know everything about options and try to come in there and get their butts handed to them. And what can I say? I've seen option trading since 1979. I've been around a long time. And what it's doing now is unthinkable compared to what it was back in the 70s and the 80s. It's unthinkable what we have going on now. It's unbelievable that everything is on this. You don't even need a broker to do options trading, which just blows my mind because I had to take a licensed course through the Securities Commission to be able to be allowed to talk to you about options as a client. If you were a client of mine, I had to have a license, an options license, to even answer questions about stock options. How things have changed. It's just unbelievable. We had all kinds of waivers you had to sign, and you had to sign your life away in the 80s to be able to trade options. It was so hard to get in. And this built the myth over the decades through the 80s and the 90s. This built the myth that all you can do is buy and sell options. That's all you were allowed to do. As a retail investor, you could only buy a contract or sell a contract. That was it, calls and puts. They talked about you could write options, but to be able to do that, you had to go through all these hoops, and it just turned people off. It turned brokers off, because I can tell you, stockbrokers in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s were just as lazy then as people are today. Lazy. They go to the easiest place to make money. And back in the 70s and the 80s, the easiest place to make money was just to pick up the telephone and try to convince someone to buy stock in Apple or IBM or whatever, but not to do options. Because the broker had to get a license. The broker then had to do all kinds of vetting. It was a ton of extra work. Today, you can do option trading on this device, and you can be a buyer or you can be a writer. And it's unthinkable to me. It just blows my mind that viewers of mine, viewers of a YouTube channel, can write options using this. I could never have imagined this. I never imagined this in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, in the 2000s. The dot-com bubble came and went, and we didn't even think about this as a possibility. There was no thought, there was no comprehension that individual investors, no matter where on the planet you are, as long as you have access to the internet, you can write options on your own account without a stockbroker helping you. Everything we were taught was blown out the door, just blown right out the door. And every stockbroker that existed, three things happened to them. The brokers from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, three things happened to them. They either died of old age, they retired quite comfortably, or they retired not so comfortably, and or they were part of a firm that got bought up by a larger firm, and most likely they were bought up by a major investment company like a Merrill Lynch or an not EF Hutton, but J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, all these other massive Wall Street guys. They eventually bought them all up. Or these brokers shifted and they became asset managers with Invesco or with the Fidelities of the world. They became Schwab employees, and all they did for the last 10 years, 15 years of their existence was just to convince people to bring money into the house and let them manage their money for them. And the brokers were paid a percentage of the value of your account as their compensation. They didn't even trade your account anymore. They were literally just admin people, and they had assistants to handle the paperwork, and they would sweet talk you with a coffee or two to get you to bring your $250,000 in that you inherited from whatever, or you sold an apartment that you owned and you paid off your mortgage and you had $500,000 left over, and they convinced you to put it in with them to have it managed for you, and you were happy because it's being managed by professionals somewhere mysteriously in Wall Street. And the thinking was, well, let the pros handle my money for me, and I don't have to worry about this $500,000. And then every quarter you would get your statements, and every year you'd get your tax forms, and you were brainwashed into believing that bringing in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7% a year was as good as it got. That was just great. And your advisor was paid 1% of the value of your account to keep your money in the house. And every time you wanted to take money out, your advisor found a way for you to not take money out, maybe borrow against it, or get a line of credit through the bank that they were with now to let you keep managing this money. You don't want to sell now. Why don't you borrow against it to take care of whatever you need to take care of to keep the money rolling? Because the advisor was getting 1% of the value of the money that was being managed. You didn't know that. It was buried in the prospectus. You never read it. And that's what happened to stockbrokers. And they eventually just died off. And there are none left. There are no brokers left that were 45 years old in 1980. Because in 1980, if you were 45 years old, you add 44 years to that. They're 99. They're 89. They're gone. They're in a wheelchair somewhere in an old folks' home, drooling in a towel in the corner over there. Okay, at best. Where am I headed? I don't know. So all those experienced stockbrokers that were in their 40s and their 50s, in the 70s, and the 80s, and 90s, they're dead. They're no longer in existence. And the big banks have taken it all over. It's all in computer now, AI-assisted trading, AI-assisted customer service, and on it goes. And you have nowhere to go with anywhere where someone can help you become an option writer with 50 grand in your hands. No one can help you. Because no firm looks at you you're worth their money. You're not worth their money. You're not worth their time. 1% of 50 grand, 500 a year, get out of here. I don't want your business. It's just not good enough. That's the reality. You walk in the door with $1 million account, $1 million bucks. Even for some firms, you're not big enough. Most you will, but you'll be quickly shuttled over to the junior person, the recent college graduate that just started shaving like 3 months ago regularly. That plays video games when you're not there. They play video games in the bathroom to keep their mind engaged. That's your advisor for $1 million account. These people don't give a shit about you, your family, your children, your money. They do not give a crap. They never will, because their objective is to move up the chain in an organization. And $1 million accounts don't get you raises. $5 million accounts get you promoted. These guys are after bigger fish. They don't give a crap. I'm warning you. If you think you're being looked after by angels in these banking outfits, I have bad news for you. They don't give a crap about your money. There is no incentive for them to make you money. None. You got to do it yourself. Welcome to the party, pal. Hard truths and realities. That's the way it is. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Dude is saying, listen to Bruce. This is how you do it. Don't just listen to some of what he says, all of it. Then make your own moves. It sounds simple, but it isn't. Beach Boy, thank you for this 30 shekel donation. I do beg to differ. Uncle Bruce's teaching have made so much difference for me. Don't listen to me. I'm just a beach boy. Stay poor all you want. Thank you, Beach Boy. I appreciate you as always. Thank you, all of you who are here. We're opening in 4 minutes, and we're going to get this market started. What's going to happen? Sofi is at 762. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for, of course, earnings to come out Monday morning. We are hopeful. We're just praying for the moment it starts to move, and hopefully it'll go to 8 and 9 and 10 before the earnings even come out. And wouldn't it be just like we all want the Goldilocks scenario? The bitter reality is this: SoFi is going to come out with their numbers Monday morning. And my hunch, my guess, is that the numbers will exceed all of Wall Street's expectations. No matter what analysts said what, they're going to exceed all of their expectations. And that might or might not move the stock. What could move the stock, and I mean move this stock, create a panic with buyers and short sellers, is when the company comes out and says, yeah, we made 10 cents a share profit. People thought we'd make 1 cent a share profit. But we've got to revise our second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter expectations. Because of the $845 million cap call finance deal we made about 2 months ago, that has impacted our future earnings numbers to the point now we have to revise everything. We thought we would make 60 cents a share profit in 2025. Remember that? They said 60 cents. It's now $1 or $1.25. This is when the street goes, what? What? It's going to make $1 a share profit? SoFi? $7 stock is going to make $1 a share profit as a bank? Who are these guys? Who do they think they are? This is when the street goes, well, we got to recalibrate this whole thing. These guys are on fire. These guys are growing, still growing leaps and bounds, and their profit. We thought that they had to grow leaps and bounds to break even. Well, they broke even 6 months ago. They started breaking even. They're now into the profit side, and the profit side is being blown out the door. And that's when the street goes, holy crap, this is a $20 stock. And then it'll go to 15. It'll be discounted to 15, but it's a $20 stock. That's what's going to happen with this stock. That is what could happen with SoFi. And could it happen all on Monday morning, Monday afternoon, and Tuesday? Yeah, it could. Not expecting it, but it'd be nice. But, if we went to 9 to 11 to 12 by Tuesday, it's a nice start. A week or two after that, analysts catch up with this thing and go, oh, crap, we're way behind on this. I had an $8 target. I had a $9 target. I had a $10 target, $15 targets, $18 targets, $20 targets. When they start doing that and putting the buy recommendation on this, everything changes. That's what I'm coming from, where I'm coming from. So hang around, kids, for the party. It's going to be fun. Savage of Wall Street, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. What's going on this morning? Went against conventional wisdom yesterday, and I bought a $150 Tesla call for Friday. $350 will turn into 200 SoFi shares. Savage of Wall Street, SoFi is going to close under $750 tomorrow. It'll go to 9 on Monday, and I'll sell $10 covered calls for Jan 25 again. That's his prediction. Blair, there's a risk that the weekend another war breaks out and everything drops anyways. With my luck, that's going to happen, so we'll see if it happens. RB, 155 thumbs ups. Thank you. Let's go to 201 thumbs up for Uncle Bruce. Thank you all for those of you who are hitting the thumbs up button. I've been too busy to ask for that. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining this channel. Thank you all for grabbing the classes. Thank you all for booking one-on-ones. Congratulations to those of you who have taken the step to change your life forever. You are sick and tired of getting beat up with your work and fellow employees and the nephew of the boss that you have to work for, that asshole, and the brother of the so-and-so guy who's related to the sister-in-law. You're stuck. You're done. You're not going anywhere in your office, okay? You're finished. Time to get out. Welcome to the other side. Welcome to Shawshank Redemption. Remember where he got out of jail? He went through that pipe of poop and he got out and the rain was falling on him. Welcome to the other side, Ray. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Let's make some dinero here, kids. Let's see what this market is going to do. Richard Garland, neat. You've got to honor the Knights of Neat. Otherwise, you're fooling yourself. You think the market's going to go up by itself. It's because of the Knights of Neat. That's why the markets do what they do. If you're new here and you don't know what we're talking about, you better stick around a while because we got a lot of stuff going on here. It's a ton of fun. I appreciate you all. Welcome to the party, pal. I think we're down 50 on the Dow. We're up 3 on S&P and we're up 89 on NASDAQ. We've been negative on the Dow, positive on NASDAQ, and in the middle, on S&P all morning. Oil is down 56 a barrel at 82.80 something a barrel at the moment. Luca knows neat emojis are everything around here. DH Ruda, neat. White feather. The market opened with a beautiful sound of Nvidia. Put spread, stink bids being filled. Life is good. We have Nvidia at 836.50 up 12.27. For those of you who have Nvidia credit spreads, if you're not a gold member, you don't know this. We talked about this already on the pre-alert show. If you have credit spreads ongoing on your Nvidia shares, and they are down in the low 700s because you did what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to be 100, 150 behind the market. You did that, and now this market has moved up here to 833, 834. Those contracts are quickly dying in value. And you may find that the difference in price between the put contract you wrote and the put contract you bought, maybe underneath the market here, this is so slim now that the spread on this is pennies. It might be time for you to close those out and lock in your gains. And now you're shopping for your next credit spread trade. And on Nvidia, you're looking for something like May 17's, 3 weeks out from now, maybe around 720 to 750, somewhere in that neighborhood. $10 apart, $20 apart, $30 apart, whatever's comfortable for you. Check your option chains and open up new spreads where you're bringing in at least 15% on your capital. If you're doing a $10 spread, you're looking for a $1.50 spread. If you're doing a $20 spread, you're looking for $3. You're bringing in a $30 spread, you're looking for $4.50, depending on what capital you want to employ on your next credit spread. All right, that's what you want to be doing on Nvidia. We're at 832. It's been all over the map, but lately we got down to the 740s on Friday. Now here we are at 834 now, up $10 again this morning. What a run we've been on for the last almost week. First all the way down and now all the way up. 850 is easily attainable for this stock, and if the shares keep rising today, put in stink bids to close out your credit spreads. If you can close out a credit spread with a 15-cent spread, 10, 12, 18, 20, 23 cents, and you took $2, $2.50, $2.80, $3, $3.25 spreads or more, close these pennies out. Say, thank you, sir. I would like another, but I want another credit spread where I bring in dollars today. I want to take pennies off and bring dollars in on my next position. Okay, everybody? Congratulations, all of you out there who have done very well with these trades. At 839 on Nvidia, heading back up to 840 and beyond. Seems to be what we're up to at the moment. That seems to be what's happening at the moment on Nvidia. Matterport is up 4 cents at 464. It's being taken out at 550, half in cash, half in stock. ME is 47 cents at the moment, waiting to see if an offer is coming in for the company from the CEO, and if so, at what price. We're waiting for that info. That could be this week. It could be next week. It could be a company X could come in with an offer. I have no idea. We're watching this stock very closely. It's a buy here. Absolutely is a buy. It will go private, most likely, or will become part of another public company, but not at 47 cents a share. It'll be higher than that. Sofi, 764 at the moment, with a 6-cent gain at the moment. Volume of 1.6 million. Earnings Monday morning. Hold your breath. Options indications. Options speculation is calling for a $10 market. That's what it's doing. Stock's at 765, and one doesn't make the other happen. It's just what option traders are guessing that the shares could head for $10 on earnings. We'll see if that's true or not. 1021 is the price of GameStop, up 5 cents. Rocket Lab up 2.5 to 370. AI up 35 cents, 22.68. The Supermicro computer stock up $27 again to $7.89. Spire Global up 48 cents. Last I see here, 10.29. We've got Adobe up 16 cents. Uber down 90 cents. We got Apple down 26. Tesla's up 16.22 at 160.90. The story on Tesla is that, yes, they did not make as much money. Yes, they didn't sell as many vehicles. Yes, their margins are down. But the reality is that they're talking about producing a cheaper vehicle. A Tesla Model 2 is the rumored name of a cheaper model. The Tesla Model 2 would then come out at 25, 30,000 bucks, something like that. We'll see. My hunch is, I think what the future of Tesla is going to be, I wouldn't be surprised, is I think that at any time, a couple of things are going to happen. I think there could well be a financing done by the company on a cap call transaction. I have a suspicion that they might raise $5 to $10 billion of fresh cash around um, uh, a convertible debt offering, just like Sofi did, just like Uber did, where they're going to haul in 5 to 10 billion in cash, and it's going to be convertible into stock under a cap call transaction, where it could be convertible into, say, $225 stock if the shares break 275 with a max of $400, something like that. And the money, 5 to 10 billion, will come in at 1% interest max, if any. It might come in at 0.5%. It'll be virtually free money for Tesla to go ahead and develop and build out a Model 2. And I expect a Model 2 and future issues of Model 3s, Model Ys, and everything else to come out at a base model price. And the vehicle will be equipped with all the bells and whistles. However, they will only turn on via software the features you pay for. Now, I suspect they will then produce every car exactly the same, which lowers their cost of production. They will put them out there, and they will say to viewers, to people who want a Model 2, the car is $25,000. And it comes with power steering, power brakes, disc brakes. It comes with an electric motor. It comes with a limited performance, and it comes with two-wheel drive, available with four-wheel drive. It comes with heat and air conditioning, but if you want climate control air conditioning, that's an upgrade. It'll come with self-driving, which is available in 3 versions: basic, medium, high-end. It'll have all these added extras that you can pay extra for. And some will be available on a cash basis, where you just make a set price and they turn it on for you. And others will be by subscription. And I think this is the secret to Tesla's ultimate success. Tesla will offer, I believe, vehicles in the cheap, medium, and expensive range that will cover all kinds of vehicles in the next 10 years, where you will be able to buy you pay so much a month for the base car, and then you can pay so much a month more for packages of options and features to the base price. So you don't have to come up with 30, 40, 50, 60,000 bucks in cash. You have to come up with 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700 a month. Pick the model you want. And these are month-to-month commitments. The first, say, 2 or 3 years is locked in. After that, it's optional on a month-to-month basis. And it's all provided via the internet to your car. I think that is where they're going. And they tried, and they may try again, to offer car insurance as part of the deal. So you'll go to the online Tesla store, wherever you live, and you will enter the color you want, the features you would like, and as you add features, you'll see the price per month indicated over here. You might need a $2,000 down payment, and then you pay so much a month after that. And you can pick and choose which ones you want and watch the price go up and down per month until you reach the variable you want. That includes insurance, includes the bells and whistles you want versus what you don't want. You hit enter, that car is coming to you within 30 to 60 days. I can see that being the future of Tesla, which will change everything, because Tesla will be able to go to investors and raise gobs of cash for all the vehicles they're going to make with all the bells and whistles, knowing, the bankers know, lenders know, the company is hauling in monthly money for all these features, because there will be virtually no cars on the road that just have air conditioning and heat. You want heated seats and vented seats? You want a heated wheel, not a heated wheel, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive? You want intermittent wipers, automatic wipers. You want automatic headlights. You want all the bells and whistles. You're going to add all these features. And when it comes to selling your car to somebody else, you're selling the car with all the features as long as that person pays those feature prices ongoing. I see this as the future of Tesla, which is going to take it into another world that Ford and GM will never enter, because these guys are stuck in the 50s and the 60s, and they've got their lobbyists in Washington that are going to keep it just the way it is for them, because they're going to claim that to save American jobs, we have to create American trucks and SUVs that run on gas. And they are well behind everybody else. And they'll eventually agree to go to hybrids, and then eventually they'll go electric if they're still in business. I don't know if they're going to make it. That is where I think the future is. From this man's perspective, just saying. Savage of Wall Street, it's sold, it's sold. The Tesla 150 bought for $350, sold for $15. Let's go, baby. Holy moly, 5 times return. Nice going, Splair. Hopefully you have to confirm after pressing enter. Otherwise, some cars will be in production that nobody wants. Just kidding. Brian, well done, Savage. You're hot right now. Brian, number 172, Bruce, thumbs ups to you. Thank you all very, very much. Well done, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. We have all kinds of things going on here. Tesla up $15, Enphase down 3, AMD's up 4, Netflix down 8, Smart Rent up a penny. We got ATIP unchanged, Unity up 26, Google up 34, Moderna up 45. Cisco's down 15, Pfizer down 24 cents, Microsoft up 468, IBM up 96, HPQ up 2, Amazon up 53 cents right now. Home Depot down 567, Vanik is up 442, Goldman down 298, Boeing is up 339, Meta is up $9.63. Welcome everyone to the show. The market is down 34 on the Dow. We have gains showing earlier and still showing on S&P up 17, NASDAQ up 133 points. We've got ME at 47.4. We've got Matterport at 458.2. Nvidia now 834 up 989. SoFi 760 up 2. GameStop 1018 up 2. Rocket Lab up 2.5. That is the story at this moment in time. Welcome all to the party. Welcome all to the future. And like I said, the future is now, and Monday morning, the future will be revealed regarding Sofi. We'll all be watching this so closely. We'll be watching every little trade, every little glitch. Should be a ton of fun. Goes lower, it's a bargain. It goes higher, we'll see how high. Wants to take off, you guys are going to write options. And if you're going to start writing options, many lives on this channel change instantly. I can't wait for that. Brian, I bought back my GameStop covered call May 17s that were $12 strike for 21 cents. I sold them for 91. I sold new covered calls for June $12 strike for 88 cents. This is fun. It's exactly what this is. There is nothing wrong taking 70 cents a contract, $70 a contract on $12 strikes. If you did that over a couple of months and did 5, 10, 20, whatever number, well done. This could be done on stock and on poor man covered call strategies, taking in 88 more cents. Thank you. Giving him 21 and taking back 88. A nice game you're playing here. I like this game. Now you can do whatever you want with that money. Well done, everyone. Dow is down 30. 15-point gain on S&P. NASDAQ up 127. Brian, you do this 10 at a time, and you're bringing in $600 in gains here. That pays for 5 classes for the price of 4. Nicely done indeed. This is only 3 weeks for Uncle Bruce. 76% return 3 weeks. Thank you, man. There you have it. It's simple. You don't need to make thousands of dollars a trade to make some nice bucks here. You can do this on GameStop shares. You could write cash secured puts on SoFi, write 7s, write 10s, and watch them fall in price as SoFi goes higher. Thank you, sir. May I have another? You can do cash secured puts on Rocket Lab right now. You can do cash secured puts on Smart Rent right now. Those are 2 companies that are possible takeovers, with Smart Rent the leading contender as a takeover target, in my humble opinion. But hey, you got to decide for yourself how you want to do this. RB, I'm up 40% on some of my SoFi puts right now, wondering if I should take profit or wait. I would wait. Let the market tell you. through the earnings, we could well be $8.50, $9 by Friday afternoon, Monday morning, $10 Monday afternoon. I don't know, $9.50 Monday afternoon. You're going to be maybe $2 higher than this. Your puts are going to be looking great. Nice going, pal. We've only just started this party. We're up $12 on Sofi, on Nvidia, I believe. We're up $12, I believe, on Nvidia right here, right now. Welcome all to the show and the party. $8.35 a share with a high of $8.40 already on Nvidia. There you go. Nvidia is making people money on their contracts. Well done, all of you, on your put credit spreads. They are going to pay you very nicely, and you deserve excellent returns on your money without any question whatsoever. Too much fun hanging around here. Oh my goodness. Easy money being handed out on Nvidia. Same on Netflix, on Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple. Credit spreads are just waiting to be taken advantage of. If only you knew how to do it. There are classes available on how it's done, kids. And if you're still not sure about kind of what's going on, hit me up for a one-on-one. We'll do it together in private. We'll talk about it. I'll show you examples, and we'll go from there. It's just that available. May 3rd puts. Oh my gosh, have they crapped out? Unbelievable. A $700 put contract for May 3rd expiry, 103 bid. These were in the teens. They have been crushed. 750s are down to 320 a contract. They're off 65 cents today. 770s are now 545, down to $1.20. 790s are 925, down 313 last trade. 800s are down 250 today. Of course, the stock's up 1276, and so these puts, 835s are out of the money now. They're down 450 today as these puts get crushed, which means these spreads are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and the number of you are already smiling ear to ear to take money off the table. All right, Depeche, amazing savage. You were rewarded well for your courage. Now you can take the family on that trip. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, I paid $87.87 for my Google shares. Oh, well done. Brian, he made exactly enough cash to buy 200 Sofi. How about that? Not too bad. Well, money is money, and that's what it's all about. Congratulations, however you're doing it. Option writing, key to your success, though, if you play it right. Just take the time to learn how it's done, and away you go. Matterport, 458, down a penny, almost 2 pennies. ME is down 2 cents. Nvidia, 835.22, up 10.99. Sofi, 757, down a penny. GameStop, 10.21, up a nickel. We're watching the markets here to see what's going on. Rocket Lab down 2, AI up 5. See here, Adobe up 348, Uber down 158. We have Apple up 58 cents. Tesla still up $17.90 to 162.58. Enphase is up 92 cents. It's turned around and gone green. Amazing. AMD up 403. Netflix down $12. SmartRent down 1.5. ATIP up 5. That is the story right now. Thank you to those of you who've been making donations this morning through Super Chats. I thank you very much. Also, a shout out to Deborah. Thank you, Deborah, for a donation on PayPal. Very kind of you. I really prefer PayPal donations more than the Super Chats. Thank you. Thanks for all you do, says Deborah. Thank you so much for your donation. It is much appreciated. Keep making money out there, everybody. Get richer, please. The richer you get, the better it is for us. We just love it when you're making money, everybody. Thank you all, and keep the game going. Keep the drive alive, everyone. Thanks so very much out there for everything that you do for Jen and I. Love the photos, Beach Boy. Way to go, pal. You're having a great time, and life is good over there. Fabulous stuff, man. Thank you again for everything. We're off 18 on the Dow. We're coming back on right now. We're improving see how this market wants to play it out. As we seem to be picking up here a little bit on the Dow. We're only down now 16 points. We've got S&P now up 17.8, and the NASDAQ is now up 140. So we're up 1.4% last I saw. Sorry, 0.8% on NASDAQ, pardon me, and we're up 0.3 on S&P. We're down 0.05% on the Dow. So the Dow is about to go green the way this is looking at the moment. Depeche, wow, Lorraine, nice work on those. Lorraine, I bought Google a month ago when it dropped. Lorraine, months ago, I should say, when it dropped, and that's well done indeed. What do we got going here? We're up 1160 on Nvidia now. We're back up on Sofi 759. GameStop up 7. Rocket Lab up a half a penny right now. All right, everybody. Hasbro swings to a stronger than expected profit despite lower revenue. Hasbro made a major layoff of employees 3 weeks before Christmas, early December. You may recall that. Stocks were hammered at the time, so they're improving a little bit now. Anyway, that's what corporate America does. They offload employees when they need to without mercy. Look at Tesla. Offloading employees, stock is up. It's amazing. And Tesla employees, I don't think they earn shares in the company. I really don't think they do. I don't know, depending on what level of employment you have with Tesla. But for some Tesla people, it's possible that if you've been around long enough with Tesla, and some folks have been there 10, 12 years, if they get a layoff and can walk away with 500 shares of Tesla or 1,000 shares of Tesla, they are candidates for this channel. They should be watching us here to learn how to write options on their Tesla shares. They could literally live off of their Tesla revenues, premiums on just 1,000 shares. I could imagine. I'm certain with a bit of work that we can find options for them to write where they do 10 at a time. They can live off that premium and never have a day job again. There's a certain point where you can walk away. There are viewers of this channel who have worked for corporations that let them go in the last 2 years, where they walked out with 500 shares, 800 shares, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 shares, never thinking that they will never have to work ever again. They thought, oh, I got to sell these shares to survive. No, you can write call options on the shares you've earned to never work again. It's scary how many people give that possibility away without knowing anything about it. You might know someone in your family that has a position like that they've earned 800 shares of XYZ Corp or 2,000 shares of ABC Corp. They could be writing 20 contracts at a time on their accounts to haul in income. They can retire early. They could get a new job, but now write 20 contracts at a time inside their IRA to build their retirement account higher. And because the new job doesn't have as generous a retirement plan, doesn't matter. Your existing retirement plan can be made to work itself higher in the meantime. Oh, it kills me how many people out there get shortchanged and don't know what they can actually do for themselves. But look, I got 322 of you here. You might know someone that needs our help. You can talk to them. You can do the best you can, but you may or may not be able to convince them that this is the way to go. I know. You try to tell someone who doesn't know anything about options, all about options in 5 minutes or less, good luck. Not easily done, is it? No, not easily done. In any event, there you have it. Unfortunately, these folks cannot go to a professional. They can't go to a stockbroker that specializes in writing options, and they can say to them, "Look, I got 2,000 shares of Amazon. I got let go. I got 2,000 shares of Amazon. What can I do with this?" And the girl says, "We can help you write 20 contracts on Amazon every 3 months. We can bring in enough dough from 20 contracts to cover half your paycheck going forward. You can just work part-time now if you want. Or the money we bring in on your Amazon will probably equal 30% a year growth on your account. You're going to keep working now as a consultant to various outfits out there, knowing that 30% a year compounded growth is happening with your 401k. Wow. If only they had a place they could go for something like that. Anyway, a Savage, would you look at that? Unity is $23.75 right now, and it was $22 a day or two ago. And who's been screaming at you to buy it or write $20 cash secured puts for Jan 25? Your neighborhood Savage of Wall Street. There you go. They go up, they go down. There's no doubt about it. Stocks do that. AI 22.49. Unity now is sitting at 23.52, up 42 cents. And in the last week, those shares bottomed out at 22.42 and lower for a while. Yes, it has been quite the run. They were $27 on April the 9th, and they're still only at 23. They're coming back, and they're in favor. This stock is being picked up by pension funds for long-term hold. No question about it. AI, I think, is a bargain too. Down 13 on the Dow, by the way. Up 6 on S&P, up 78 on NASDAQ at the moment. Savage Wall Street. I don't want to waste my time explaining how to invest wisely or how to write options to folks anymore. I'm done. They don't get it. They just want one stock. The one stock. That's all they want. Laugh out loud. If they buy me $100 lunch, well, maybe I'll talk to them. I hear you, my friend. It's amazing that your former coworkers, where you used to work, they know what you're doing. You were not quiet about it. They're aware that you are taking these trips to Waikiki. You're taking your family to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel for a weekend in Frisco. You're going to Lake Tahoe. You're enjoying a new kitchen set of appliances, all because of the gamblers. They all should know that. Are they here en masse watching this channel, learning how to do what you're doing? Probably not. And that's just how life is. This is why in the option market, 90 to 95% of the players of options trading are buyers of options. They're the gamblers. 5% or less are either institutional traders or viewers of this channel. And others like you here and there, scattered about, who don't know we exist, writing options and making a 95 percentile return of success. Making money 95% on every trade they do. It's just that easy to be an option writer and that incredibly profitable. But you have to know what you're about. You can't just willy-nilly your way into it. You've got to want to learn how to do this. Up to you, folks. I have a stay-at-home course, hour and a half long lessons, 2 hours each, easy English to understand. You pick up the classes. You can watch them as many times as you want until you get it. You can hang out here during the day with us. You can hang out with the Discord channel with other Gold Bagel members here. Learn all about this game and talk to people who do what you're trying to do. Earn while you learn. As you take all these 17 classes, you're writing in the meantime and writing and writing and writing and writing. Welcome to the show. But it's up to you to do it. I can't make you. I can't make you do it. Your mother can't make you do it. Your brother, your wife, your husband. You have to do it yourself. You've got to say enough's enough. I got to take a shot at this. I don't have to come up with 10 grand to take these courses. $600, I get 5 of these classes. There's 10 hours of instruction right there for $600. Pretty good. Could change your life forever. It could change your life for the better financially for the rest of your life, because you don't write options one time and then you have to take more classes. You take the classes and you write options forever. This return gets ridiculously good. A Savage, don't forget the 3 televisions, one for a 70-inch television, one for our daughters, a 40-inch, one for our guest room, 40-inch, new microwave, and a $4,500 fridge, and icebox trips, all thanks to these kind gamblers. That's what we're talking about. Savage of Wall Street has been living the life of rally doing this, and Savage of Wall Street isn't a $1 million guy. This isn't a $1 million investor. Savage of Wall Street Ranch says not a lurker. There you go. Well done, all who are doing this. I know some of you are happy making 500 here, 1,000 there, making 1,200 a month, 2,000 a month. It's just made a difference. It's made a huge difference. It already does. You make $2,000 a month for 6 months in a row. You pulled in 12 G's. In today's world, at a Costco store, $12,000 in televisions. That's one for the living room, one for the kitchen, one for the dining room, every bedroom, probably one for the bathroom, basement. You could probably put in 10 televisions with $12,000. Less than 1,200 a TV easily now. Unbelievable. It's a game changer. $12,000, $20,000 of added income over the next 6 months to a year. For some of you out there, 20 grand differential. Say goodbye to some credit card balances. If it's just to reduce your credit card debt, let's say you owe 60 grand and now you owe 40. You just took 20 grand off the credit cards. That's at 2% a month interest. That is right there, 400 a month. You're not paying an interest. And probably 400 in minimum payments requirements as well. That's 800 a month off your sorry butt. That's 9,600 a year after tax money you don't have to come up with anymore. Pre-tax, you're talking $12,000, $13,000. We're talking $1,100 a month in pre-tax income that you have to make to carry that. You just eliminated that. You just dropped your cost of living by 11,000, 12,000 pre-tax. It's huge. Just that is big. Compound that going forward. Knock off all your credit card debt. How many people out there have $60,000 in credit card debt, $80,000 in car loans with 2 cars outstanding, and they're dropping $2,000 a month for this stuff, $2,200 a month for these payments? If you can eliminate that in a year, writing options on assets you're sitting on now that aren't doing jack for you, there's a difference maker. That's got to be massive. $2,200 a month cost of living reduction after tax. Pre-tax, that's $3,300 minimum. You'd have to make $3,300 a month to drop $2,200 in expense after tax. That's $40,000 a year. That is $40,000 a year you don't have to earn anymore. Or $40,000 you do earn comes in, take the tax off, and you have that extra cash coming into your hands that you can now target for other debts. Get out of debt forever and change your life completely that direction. So it can be changed with the reduction of expenses or the increasing value of money coming in. It all works out in your favor. Man, it's time. Beach Point, I sold Nvidia June 700 cash secured puts at 1985. Hold my beer, Savage. Ear friendly neighborhood Beach Boy. There you go. Savage at Wall Street. I don't know, Bruce, after this Matterport deal, and if Sofi goes to 15, that just may be a difference for me. I'll be trading quite the portfolio now, all thanks to averaging down any chance I got on this. Well done, buddy. Well done indeed. And ME down 2 cents, and Matterport at 457 right now. Nvidia is holding a $2 gain at the moment, 826. Sofi down a penny. GameStop up 5. Rocket Lab up a half a penny. The Dow's down a point. Interesting how Nvidia is only up a couple bucks with the Dow almost going green. Kind of weird. S&P up 9.9. NASDAQ up 93. We are fluctuating, as we always do with these markets, up and down and up and down. Welcome to the party, pals. And take advantage of swings when they go your direction. That's all I have to tell you. Just take advantage of these swings when they go your direction. Well done, everyone. Other stocks, AI up 9, Supermicro up $21, Spire up 11 cents. The Spiders are up 76 cents. The Qs are up 324. Adobe is up 274. Uber at 69 bucks, down 179. Apple up 116 at 168.06. They come out next week with earnings. Tesla's up $21 at 165.74. Enphase up a buck. AMD is up 280. Netflix down 15. It has these weird runs, doesn't it, with Netflix? They have these $50 pops, these drops, these ups. It's amazing. 563 on Netflix. SmartRent up a half a penny. ATIP at 410 up 5 cents. Unity 23.37 up 27. Google down 49 cents. Moderna up 47. Cisco down a dime. Pfizer down 22. Microsoft up 250 at $410. We got IBM up 47 cents. HBQ down 14. Owens Corning up 93 cents. Amazon down 120. Home Depot down 398. Vanex Semiconductors is up 360. Goldman down 117. Boeing is up 129. Meta is ahead $5.32 at 501. Target down 97 cents. JP Morgan down 32. Costco's down $3.09. Walmart is up a dime. Disney's up 14 cents. American Airlines down 8. AMC down 1 cent. DraftKings down, make that up 3 cents on DraftKings. And Royal Caribbean also up 3 cents at the moment. That is what we're sitting on right here. That's what we're watching. Mixed bag of stocks, up and down, up and down. And welcome to the party, everybody. I'm glad you're all here. All right. Savage Wall Street. Hello, Beach Boy. My one-upper friend, you laugh a lot. You remind me of Kirsten Wiig, that one character on Saturday Night Live, the one-upper. That's you, my friend. Beach Boy, correct that. 1995, says Beach Boy. Savage. But did you trade from the moon while changing diapers, while juggling, laughing out loud? Did you do that, my friend? Giddy up, everybody. And welcome to the party, everyone. Keep it going, kids. Just keep it right on going. I got to imagine, Beach Boy, that if you wrote $19.95 covered calls for June 700 Nvidias, they got to be pennies. I mean, are they wiped out in value? Got to think that they're way down here. Let me take a look here. June 700 cash secured puts. Here we are, June 700s. Here we are. Here we are. No, they're right here. 1945 to 1965 is their bid ask right now on the 700s, and they're nicely out of the money. Well done. Taking in $1,985 per contract for $70,000 commitment. That's a nice return on your money. You think about it, $70,000 is what you need to write that contract. You get $1,985 against it. Thank you very much for a little bit of a return on your dough for not a lot of time. Yeah, we'll take that kind of dough. Why not? It's all good. Let's go here. Savage, no, laugh out loud, but you did do it from Cyprus, which I'm so jealous of. To one-up you, I may have to go to Puerto Vallarta and trade while having a margarita. There you go. Rock and roll. We're up 13 on the Dow now. The Dow has gone green for the day here at the moment. And we're going to take a look at the big picture here. 15-point gain on S&P. We definitely climbed there. 122-point gain on NASDAQ, holding that nicely. So the markets are green, all three now, the big markets, at the same time. Nvidia's back up $830 to $832, so we're back up $8.34. Sofi at $760 is now up a penny. GameStop 10.28 up 12 cents. Rocket Lab has moved up a penny. So we are moving a little better at this point. Beach Boy, I leave the dirty diapers juggling to you, Savage. I respect you too much for that. Right on. Being the grandpa has its benefits. Don't be changing no diapers. Right on. Right on, sir. Well done. Welcome all to the party, pals. Nice to have you here. 19-point gain on the Dow at this point is what we're registering right now. 762 on SoFi. We're up 3 cents. A little bump up here. The SoFi volume, the SoFi volume now, with a 760 price. 6.2 million in 39 minutes. Not heavy. And as I said, the options seem to be indicating a $10 market for SoFi upon earnings. So you know, take it for what it's worth. Will the shares inch up to the 950 level, approaching 10 Friday for Monday morning, early morning opening? You know, with the earnings coming up Monday morning, I don't know. 760 is where we are right now. Still time to write cash secured puts on SoFi. If there's going to be a pop, now's the time to do it. Just me. That's just my take on it. 166.72 on Tesla, up 22.04. This is almost the high of the day. Nvidia at 832.25, up $8. High of the day, 840. We've been in a gain position all day on Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia profits. Money can be made on credit spreads, no question about it. Let's see what is going on here. Thank you all for being in the house. And giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. If any of you are contacting me for one-on-ones, I will get back to you after the after the show. Thank you all. I'll get back to you after I'm off the air. Thank you, Kyle, for your message. I'll be back to you for sure. All right, let's see how this plays out. Giddy up, everybody. Tons of commentary coming through. Welcome all. Thank you. Here we go. Saw an article yesterday. You may have noticed this too, that there's a report was made yesterday about how the Federal Trade Commission for the U.S. government is making it. They're ruling that it's going to be illegal for businesses to force employees to sign non-compete clauses. But then, if you read the details, it's something like if you make 151,000 or less, it's illegal. If you make 151,000 or more, it is still allowable, depending on the company and the kind of terms and conditions. But apparently, for low-paid employees, and that is under 150. By the way, how do you feel if you make 140,000 a year and the government considers you to be a low-paid employee? Think about that. In any event, for someone making 40, 50, 60,000 a year to be forced to sign a non-compete clause, that is BS. That is absolute BS. You are trapped in poverty for the rest of your career? I don't think so. That I agree with the decision to break that. Absolutely ridiculous. If your business is so fragile that you need non-compete clauses, then you should pay premiums for people's work, not discounts. But again, everyone has their angle. It's going to court, no question about it. I don't know if it'll ever become law. I really don't know. The Wall Street analysts, or the Wall Street and corporate America's influencers are all over Washington to fight this kind of legislation tooth and nail. And remember, this legislation or this ruling is coming out with 6 months to go before a federal election. And after the election, it might die a sorry death. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. Anyway, time will tell. Not a worker, a beach boy, Uncle Primo, Brian. Every one of my positions is red right now. If I didn't have Uncle Bruce, I would be worried right now. I'm folding my arms. Not a worker. Good afternoon. Lorraine is here, number 204. Patman, yo, I'm here too. We're all watching this market, and we're all hanging around with Uncle B as we're playing the game here, letting see what this market wants to do with itself. We're not letting it get to us. GameStop up 14 cents at 10:30. Rocket Lab 370 up 2. Sofi 756 down 2. The Nvidia's up 560 a share as we speak. Everyone, thank you all for popping through here. I was watching, I remembered seeing a news article, several actually. This is like 10 years ago and maybe longer, but certainly up to 10 years ago. There was a time where fast food outlets in a southern city, and I don't know if it's Mobile, Alabama, I don't know if it's Chattanooga, Tennessee, I don't know where this was, but it was somewhere in the South, that fast food outlets in a particular area of a state were forcing their minimum wage employees that were getting $8 an hour, $7.50 an hour. They were forcing these people to sign contracts for minimum wage jobs where they could not move to another burger joint or a fast food restaurant for more money. They were forbidden to do. It was like a non-compete clause. So if you want 30 hours a week from my company at $7 an hour, you have to pledge not to work for anyone else in the fast food business, only for me. Talk about enslavement. If that isn't what do you call it, Jim Crow laws? If that isn't Jim Crow, I don't know what it is. Unbelievable. This was happening just a few years ago. I don't know if it's been outlawed, but that is how far sometimes entrepreneurs will go to lock in cheap labor at the expense of cheap labor. It's incredible. It just disgusts me. Anyway, there you have it. What can I say? Some German doctors probably don't get more than $60,000 a year. Americans literally sit on gold. Yeah, well, there are doctors in Canada under the National Health Care Plan. They make $150,000, $250,000 a year. But if they were private plastic surgeons, that kind of thing, they could probably make double that. But then, of course, they're liable for all kinds of lawsuits and stuff, and the insurance has got to be insane for these boys to be protected. I don't know. It's not easy. It sounds easy, but it's not easy. Even in the U.S., it doesn't sound easy, as so easy as one would think. In any event, time will tell. All right. 753 on Sofi, down a nickel. Nvidia 828.86 up 460. GameStop up 15 cents right now. That's what I have on this market right now. Thank you all for being with me today. We've got the thumbs up meter still being worked on right now. The last number I see now for thumbs ups, it looks like we have, wow, 206. Holy moly, I didn't think we even had 200. This is awesome. Thank you guys. 206 thumbs ups today. Appreciate that. Keep those thumbs ups coming in if you can. And to bring it up there, 250, 300 would be pretty amazing. Thank you for helping to promote my channel through the YouTube universe. So thank you for joining me this morning from wherever you are. Thank you all for coming through. I know that some of you were mentioning where you were watching me from, and I was totally absorbed by Nvidia and Sofi and everything else. But thank you all for being here. Cindy B, here's my thumbs up. Uncle Bruce, absolutely, here it comes. Thank you so much, everybody, for the thumbs ups today. These have been absolutely delightful. 200 or more absolutely helps promote this channel through YouTube. I do appreciate you. Nice going, everybody. Well done. 829 now on Nvidia, up $5. Go, Nvidia, go. ME 48 cents, only down 1.4 now. And Matterport down just 2 cents. Looks like the drop is over on Matterport at the moment. We're down 47.5 on the Dow, down, up 5 on S&P, up 83 on NASDAQ. And welcome everyone to the program. Thank you for joining us. It is so appreciated. Right on, guys. Fabulous stuff. All right, let's take a look at headlines. Excuse me, what is going on out there on Market Watch? And there's a Chipotle's earnings. There's a headline. Chipotle's earnings are coming. Salad bowls and burritos are still popular. And Biogen stock rises after earnings. A jump in sales of Alzheimer's drug is the reason. We have an opinion piece on Elon Musk. He gives Wall Street what it wants, but more pain could be around the corner. Interesting comment there. Let's see here. TikTok's potential ban passes in the Senate. Here's what comes next. I'll tell you what comes next. Court cases. Years and years of court cases happens next. And I don't think you're going to see anything until after the next election, not this election, the next presidential election. It'll take 6 to 8 years for anything solid to happen. We'll find out from that. All right. Hilton stock is going up on earnings beat. AT&T stock is rallying on subscriber boost and a beat in cash flow. Texas Instruments stock is on the rise after strong results and guidance. That's the deal. Biogen's first quarter profit tops estimates as Alzheimer's drug uptake improves. Humana stock surges on big earnings beat, raised outlook for Medicare Advantage membership growth. Roche prepares for business after boom from COVID-related products. And then a company called Evotech shares lose a third of their value on cloudy outlook. What else is going on? Excuse me, I'm just looking at different things here. The Hong Kong Hang Seng market hits a 2024 high as traders are warming up to, quote, uninvestable China stocks. There's a disaster waiting to happen. Unbelievable how gullible people get. They see a rally, they think it's for real, and they don't make any questions. They don't check anything out, and they just jump in with both feet and get hosed. Scary, scary stuff. All right, it is what it is. $20 gain on Tesla. Nvidia at $825.94, up 171, and SoFi $7.54, down 4. High of the day $768, low $752 on on Sofi Technologies. Welcome all to the show. Thank you all. 214 thumbs ups from me, says Susan Shops. I think I'm at 214. Thank you for all of you coming through again with a little more momentum on this thumbs up meter. Thank you guys. You're pushing us closer to 220 all the time. And 250, that is awesome. 217 now have come through. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it. Right on, kids. There's the story. I'm sticking to it here. Matterport 459 and a half. We'll find out in the next week or so. Is there going to be anybody else putting in an offer for Matterport higher than the 550 offer done by the Matterport company and the new buyers, which will be CoStar. Now, yesterday, CoStar Group released their financials, and they were very good. Their stock popped up to about $86, $87, if I am not mistaken. As far as I know, and as best as I can understand, the Matterport deal, shareholders of Matterport are going to get $275 a share in cash, and then they're going to get $275 worth of CoStar shares. But the CoStar share deal is protected with up or down movements from about $82 a share. I believe a 10 percentile protection. Now, that's good and bad. It's good if the stock goes down. If CoStar goes down, you're going to get stock in CoStar 10% lower guaranteed. So you don't have to worry about the $82 price. You'll get 81 or 80 or 78. You'll get $275 worth of stock. But on the way up, I think you're limited on the 10% gain up to $90. So even up to $90, you'll only get $275 worth of stock at that price. Over 90, you benefit on the 90 plus the gain, 82 plus 8 plus the gain is my guess. I think that's how this reads. I could be wrong on this, but I think that's how this goes. The Matterport right now is $460, well under the $550 price that has been agreed to. I think the stock should really be $525. The only way Matterport will trade higher than this, over $5 a share now, is if a second company came in with a counteroffer, a different bid. It might be $3 cash, $3 in stock, in company, whatever. That is a $6 deal. Could that move the market to $525, $550? Yes, it could. An offer for, say, $6 in cash, an all-cash offer, would probably take the stock to $590 a share very quickly. That would blow away the existing deal at $550 a share between CoStar and Matterport, which would then force CoStar to up the ante if they still wanted to pursue this deal. Now, what could they offer? They could go $3 cash and $4 in stock and make it a $7 combination offer. So now you got a $6 offer or a $7 offer. One is cash and prizes. Which one do you want? That might force the second company to come out and say $8 cash, all cash. Well, that might blow CoStar right out of the game. I don't know. Anything is possible, but it'll move Matterport's stock. Also, keep in mind, whoever that other company is, let's say it's Zillow. What if Zillow were to come in and take over Matterport? Think about that for Zillow. If Zillow took over Matterport, they would then own the 3D technology. Every listing on Zillow would automatically have the Matterport 3D software built into the listing. Just think about the possibilities of this. They would be the leaders in the industry for reselling of houses and condos and for rentals. It would be just massive. It would put Matterport everywhere. I mean, it would just be insane. So what if Zillow came out and said, well, we'll give you $8 a share cash, forget the $550 deal. But I would imagine that Zillow is looking at that $550 deal and asking themselves, what would we have to do to make our bid unbeatable? What would we have to do to blow CoStar out of the water? Should we come up with a maybe a 750 cash and stock deal. We'll give out 5 in cash and 250 in Zillow stock. How about that kind of a deal? What if we came up with a deal? I mean, these can be complicated. What if we came up with a deal that was stock only? We came up with a deal that said, we'll give you $8 in Zillow stock, no cash, $8 in Zillow stock, plus we'll give you a warrant that lets you buy another Zillow share for $8 a share for 5 years, your option. How about that deal? Now it looks like, well, wow, you get Zillow stock and you can write options on it. You can just sell the warrant into the open market because that's an option. That's like a stock option. 5-year stock option, $8 strike price for free. We're just giving it to you. Now, if those were to trade at $1 each on the open market, you could sell the warrant for the dollar and take that buck off after the deal's done. And then you've got $8 worth of Zillow stock, and you're writing options on your Zillow stock. Because if you've got 10,000 Matterport, you now got $80,000 of the Zillow stock, and you can write on that, bringing in cash income. What about that deal? Some of you might take that deal, take the Zillow stock, take the warrant, sell the warrant for cash, turn right around, sell the Zillow stock for cash, and buy a deep in the money Zillow contract, and then write options on that as per man covered calls. How about that deal for you guys? Wouldn't that be an interesting turnaround for Matterport stock? I mean, that would take you to another level where you had a 175 stock last week. Now you're into an $8 Zillow stock swap with a warrant that you're going to get $1 for. So now you're only into it for $7 cash. Like you got $1 cash, you got $8 worth of stock, and you're going to sell the stock and buy deep in the money Zillow calls instead, and write per man covered calls on those, and bringing in $2 every couple of months, which is more than what your Matterport was ever trading at. I mean, just I'm just sitting here playing what if games. The what if games can be endless on these deals. I don't know if there's any other offer coming for Matterport. I really don't. ME, we're waiting for any offer on ME. We're wondering if the CEO is going to step up here, announce a buyout offer this weekend. Will she come out on Saturday and make a press release and make a formal takeover offer for all the shares she doesn't already have? She's prepared to pay 75 cents a share or $1 a share in cash for all ME shareholders, or she just makes a tender offer. She doesn't even do a formal takeover offer. She does a tender offer to see how many shares can she attract if she were to offer 75 cents a share. She might play the game where she says, I'm willing to put a 75-cent share floor on the stock. I'll buy all the stock you people have that you want to give me at 75 cents a share. And if she ends up with 55% of the stock, she might then do a special shareholder meeting to call for a cash buyout for the rest. And she's got 55% of the votes. I don't know. I'm just wondering if that might happen. On the other hand, she might come up with a formal offer at $1 a share for all shareholders. And that offer is good for 30 days or 60 days or whatever, and the stock starts to trade at 90 to 95 cents a share. Or a second company comes out, says we'll offer $1.25 a share. Stocks start trading 110, 115, and the next thing you know, the stock is no longer in danger of being delisted because it's over the dollar mark. But we have a bidding war between the CEO and the other company. Is there a bidding war going on? And then what if a third company comes in and they're a pharmaceutical or something like that? They say $1.75 cash. We'll take it, $1.75. Now we have a bidding war. The stock will trade over that. If the thinking is there might be an offer even better than $1.75, the stock might trade at $1.90 now, $2, on anticipation that there'll be a higher bid coming after that. Don't know. At the moment, we've had nothing. At the moment, we have nothing going on. We're up 7 on Nvidia right now, $8.31 a share. Sofi $7.55 at the moment, down 3. GameStop $10.38, up 23 cents a share. The GameStop company right now, the market cap on GameStop is $3.17 billion. Now, what if you are Best Buy and you want to get rid of your competition called GameStop? You want to get rid of these guys. You could put an offer in to buy GameStop shares. You could do that. Or you could put in a $15 cash buy price on GameStop to buy them up. If you can get your hands on 50-60% of the stock at $15 a share, you got way more stock than Ryan Cohen does. You could vote him off the board. You could get rid of Ryan Cohen because Ryan Cohen only has 13% of the company, and he's in control of $1.2 billion right now and doesn't seem to be doing anything with it, and he's not telling us what he's doing because he's giving us the silent treatment. So if Best Buy came in and said, well, we're willing to pay $15 a share for GameStop, cash offer, how many GameStop shareholders would take that deal and run? That would put the company at $4.5 billion, of which $1.2 billion is money, just cash. So it's really $3.3 billion enterprise value on 4,000 whatever stores. And Best Buy might keep all 4,000 something stores running. They might decide, no, we're going to keep that division going. It's GameStop, a Best Buy company. They've just cornered a big percentage of the game distribution business on top of their own. They're one of the dominant players in game distribution and gaming systems. What if they did that? The stock's at $10.39. $15 cash offer for GameStop would be almost a 50% premium. Who's going to outbid Best Buy? Nobody. I don't see anybody outbidding Best Buy. I don't see Ryan Cohen doing anything right now that's causing the stock to go to $15 a share or $20 a share. There's nothing on the horizon that I'm aware of. Do you know anything about what Ryan Cohen is doing with the company? Maybe it's time for GameStop to be taken out. Now, at $15 a share, that is $60 a share pre-split, okay? $60 a share pre-split would let Ryan Cohen off with a nice profit because he's into the stock for, what, $12? Pre-split. He's into it now for $3. He gets 15. He makes 500% on his money. Yeah, he doesn't get to control 1.2 billion anymore, but he walks out the door with 14% of the $4.5 billion value. He walks away with $600 million, having put in 78 million. Not a bad deal for Ryan Cohen for 3 years of his time. Still in his 30s, knock yourself out. Maybe that's the strategy. Maybe that's what he's thinking about. He's taken the company to the point where GameStop has lowered their expenses. They've offloaded all kinds of money-losing areas and areas that aren't working for them. They've lowered the store count to they're going to keep doing that to get rid of the riffraff stores. The lousy leases are gone. They're going to replace garbage leases with much better leases or shutting stores entirely and walking away from landlords. They've cut costs to the bone, and they're profitable now. And maybe what the game plan is to just have a profitable company around $10, $11 a share to attract a $15 to $20 buyout. And maybe he'll walk at $20 a share, and that's $80 to him. And he's into the stock for $8. He makes 10 times his money. So he puts 78 million in and walks out with 780 million. Maybe that's his game. I don't know. He doesn't speak, does he? No one does. No. So is GameStop a bargain? Yes, it is. It's a profitable company. It's a bargain. Is GameStop the kind of stock you should write $10, $11, $12 contracts on? Yes, it is. You should do that. Because my hunch is, if someone came up like Best Buy to offer $15 a share, someone like Amazon might come up and offer $17 a share. And someone like Target might come up and say, we'll pay $20 a share. Or someone like Walmart will buy it for $20 a share. Because whoever buys GameStop will take over a chunk of the game sales in the US, Australia, and Europe, Canada as well. And these large retailers might be saying, we're going to make this a wholly owned subsidiary of our existing family tree. We're going to protect and control a third of the game's distribution, or 20%, or whatever that number is. There could be a bidding war on GameStop, believe it or not. Believe it or not, there could be a bidding war on a profitable company called GameStop. Have you thought of that? I don't think you've thought of that. I think about this all the time. At one point in time, this GameStop shares will come down so much that it will become a takeover target for somebody else. That's all it's about, because whoever buys them gets their hands on 1.2 billion in cash right away. So if you can borrow enough money from a backer, a banker, backers, whatever, bond buyers for your company to buy GameStop, the company, and then absorb it into your corporation, the 1.2 billion will come in, and that'll go towards paying off the cost of buying GameStop. It might pay for a quarter of the company right there. And that money isn't going to be invested in anything. That might be the plan, but it doesn't matter anymore because the company now is part of another company, and it's now one big, large corporation worth billions and billions of dollars instead of 3.1 right now. Is that the plan for GameStop? Could that happen? The answer is yes, it could. Will it? I don't know, but it could happen. Your friendly market experienced guy talking in plain English to you, just giving you heads ups and saying, hey, don't be surprised if this happens. If Matterport is attracted, if Matterport attracts a 550 buyout offer when it hits its all-time low at 171, anything is possible. That's what I'm getting at. Anything else is possible. And if you've got a company with 1.2 billion cash in the bank called GameStop, and the stock's at 10.35 a share, what I'm surprised at is that no one else is buying up the stock of GameStop as an activist investor. The stock is worth 3.1 billion right now, the company. 3.1 billion. 1.2 of that is cash. So the entire GameStop is being valued at 1.9 billion, and it's profitable. It now makes money. If they're going to make 200 million this year in net profit, this $1.9 billion division is netting out 200 million in cash, in profit. That's a fantastic return for a retail company. That's huge. Retail companies usually make 4 or 5%. This thing's generating like 10% of its enterprise value in returns. This is huge. This stock should be 20 bucks a share. It would be a smart move for an activist investor to step in here and pick up 20% of the stock as fast as they can, and then launch a formal takeover offer at 14 or 15 or 16 or 18 a share and kick Cohen out, because Cohen isn't doing jack squat. He's not doing anything. He doesn't speak. Maybe he has to go. The best way to get rid of him, buy him out. Your friendly friend. I'm the best friend you got when it comes to GameStop. Maybe that's the game plan. Maybe GameStop could be a takeover target at any time this year because of how cheap the stock is. No one is defending it. Just saying. So maybe the stock has to be eliminated and make this part of another public company or part of a big private company and just privatize it. And now whoever runs that company has control of everything. That changes the dynamics dramatically. I'm just saying. Anyway, there it is. Welcome all. Savage of Wall Street. Yeah, I'm looking to write on the 500 shares of CoStar that I'm going to get. BWME, she bought the company. She thought the company was good enough to go public at 10. Now she thinks it's worthy of paying 75 cents a share for it. Guess Wall Street won. Splair, my MECO is in a powerful position right now. I'm jealous of her. If she's watching, I'm single, by the way. Spicy, there's a news story out. They are wondering if GameStop will even survive. They're talking to one of the co-founders. Splair, Microsoft and Amazon are now enjoying the fallout hype. It's not unusual to think that they could get greedy and think about GameStop. Well, like I said, GameStop turned a profit for the year. They've now turned the corner. They have cut costs, and they're still doing it. They're offloading all kinds of underperforming stores. Managers, regional managers, they've cut their distribution networks back. There's one in Canada, one in the US, all in Grapevine. They're closing the Pennsylvania warehouse. They never opened Reno. They are cutting, and centralizing. They've got a warehouse in Australia. All the property that they're using, they've leased it. They've sold it to lease it back. They've cut their expenses to the bottom line, and personnel are being let go. Software creators, IT people being dumped off because they're not going to become an online specialty type place. Yes, they sell online, but it's not their number one area. Their number one area, retail. And they're making money on retail. Thank you very much. We make money on retail, they're saying. So they keep cutting expenses another $200 million a year. Maybe this company will clear $300 million a year on the retail side. That's $6 million a week net profit. This puts GameStop into play. This puts this company into play. They make $300 million a year on 300 whatever million shares outstanding. That's $1 a share profit. 20 times earnings, $20 a share. You can get it for 15 cash. That's a bargain. That's a buy. And you get 1.2 billion cash, which is adding 300 million cash every year to the 1.2 billion. They're going to go to 1.5 and 1.8 billion in cash in the next 2 years, doing nothing with the money, just taking in 5% interest from US Treasuries. Smart company here. 60 million a year in interest right now is coming in, 1.2 million a week in interest. That's profit. This company is definitely going to make 100 to 200 million profit or more this coming year. 60, 65, 70 cents a share is the profit level of this company, which puts them right now at 15 times earnings. Going forward, they're trading at 15 times earnings. Any more profits coming in beyond that means the PE multiple is lower. You're down into the 10 level, you are a takeover target. That's what I'm getting at. Unless they do something, this thing can be brought up. I'm just wondering what the deal is about. Uncle Bruce, Lorraine, I like the scenario with Best Buy and GameStop. I'm a big customer of Best Buy, and I buy all my electronics and gadgets from them. The stuff is not outdated. And I have said all along, a Best Buy GameStop alliance would be a really, really good idea. Best Buy stores should have a GameStop store inside the Best Buy store. Just like they have the Apple store. They have an Apple store. Now they can have a GameStop store. And that is a corner of the store, a section of the store with all the games and all the gaming systems over there. And then they have their retail locations through strip malls all over the place, and they're not in competition with each other. They're a half a mile apart in distance to not be right next to each other. Smart business tactic for Best Buy. Best Buy can add additional products inside GameStop stores that Best Buy carries. Smart. You can merge the Best Buy GameStop websites or have two websites. One for Best Buy, one for GameStop, and there's a crossover of products available. Smart. All the members of GameStop are now members of a Best Buy loyalty program. Smart. All this makes sense to me as an outsider looking in, going, why doesn't Best Buy buy GameStop? This is the movement. This is the moment. The stock is at the super cheap price of $10 a share. What are you waiting for? I don't. Easy way for Best Buy to just gobble these guys up and add 5-6 billion in sales, existing sales, right into their bottom line, without having to spend a bunch of new money to build all kinds of satellite locations. Nah, you just take these over. And I said, you merge in, you add. I don't know how many Best Buy stores there are, 500, 1,000, you guys might know. You now have that many more GameStop stores inside Best Buy locations. And that's how you play this game. I think that's how you do it. The buying power that Best Buy would have over the gaming industry would be huge. They get to call the shots. You want to deal with us? We're this many stores strong now. Globally, it's huge. Anyway, Splitter, everything's red again. BW 10-year just hit new high. Do not let this double miss and run up by Tesla fool you. Bond sales are sucking again. The Theta burn Wednesday. U.S. Treasury kicked in printing again. Susan, remember when all talk was AMC and GameStop merging? Yeah, that's never going to happen. Splitter, Uncle Rose, you should make a short where you answer Lorraine's comment. Maybe the Best Buy thing is going to happen here. Big E, neat. Thank you, Big E. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Join me tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. you Gold Bagel members. It's Prime Time Live with Uncle Bruce at 7 o'clock Eastern. Love to see you tonight. We'll talk about the whole story of everything that's going on. Have you noticed Matterport's gone green? 161.5 now. 461.5. It's up 1.5 cents. Excuse me. The Dow's still down 74. S&P down 2.8. Nasdaq is up 50. But we've got some green here, some red here. Nvidia 828.80 up 450 a share. Sofi at 752. GameStop 1036 as high as 1040 today. Rocket Lab 365. AI up 9. Spiders up down 8. The Spiders are down 41. The triple Qs are up 223. Welcome to the party, everybody. Apple up 71. Tesla's up 17.98. Enphase is negative again, down $4. AMD up $1.50. Netflix down $20 today. We got ATIP up a half a penny. Unity up 25 cents. Google down 6. Welcome to the show, and thank you all for being here today and hanging out with me again. I hope you've made some more dinero today, and you've taken some moves to make even more dinero. Keep those stink bids going, stink offers going, and join me tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. And let's have some fun tonight. The Big T, I'm here. Are we rich yet? Hector, neat. Savage on Wall Street. Boom, I just sold 10 Rivian $10 recovered calls for July. $1.05. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I listened to the entirety of the conference call for Tesla last night. It was wonderful to hear a confident board discuss their business and their goals. It literally kept the stock from tanking. You're absolutely right. We need a spokesman for GameStop. Absolutely, Brian. As their numbers are not that good, and yet their stock is up almost $20 a share. Isn't that amazing? Stephen Butler, neat. Thank you for the knee emojis. Thank you all for these thumbs ups today. You guys were great. You helped me get through 200 thumbs ups without any problem at all. The last I saw was 204, 210. We're now at 200 and... waiting for the update. 226 thumbs ups have come through today. Thank you all for helping out. Congratulations, class takers. If you have any questions on your classes, let me know, and we'll get you set up and get you going. Anyone of you want a one-on-one, you let me know, and we'll see if we can get together for that. Thank you all so much for the super chats today, and thank you for letting the world know how long you've been a member of this channel. I do appreciate it. What else is going on? Brian, I can only imagine GameStop having a Q&A during a conference call. They have very intelligent board members. GameStop, help us. Brian, neat. Savage Wall Street. I keep saying Tesla is not a car company. It's everything else and an energy company too. Stuart saying neat, Blair. Savage, do you have a position in Lyft or Paramount? Seems that you're well spread out deeply inside those stocks. Way to go. Brian, Savage of Wall Street, after that call, it sounds like they're banking big money on the energy sector of their business. Absolutely. Nvidia 831 up almost $7 again. Matterport up 2.5 cents right now at 462. GameStop up 24 to 1040. SoFi 754. All right, guys. Let's see you tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. Come and join me. Looking forward to it. Have a great day, everybody, in the meantime. Thanks for joining me yet again from Palm Desert, California. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce saying keep making the dinero. And we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.